Happy Sunday. Today's practice is going to utilize two mudras. My reference today is Yoga in Your Hands by Hirschi, and I will post a reference in the text. The two mudras we're going to use the visualization from last week, so if you haven't checked out December 2nd practice, please check out the subscribe button and the playlist that should be somewhere around here. And we'll be working on connection with those mudras, using the same visualization of a hub wheel that expands into yellow as you inhale and comes back to center on the exhale. And we'll also be using another mudra, which is the mudra of self-love, basically. So that is an interlaced hand, and we'll be using that throughout the whole practice with the intention on connection to self and connection to moment. Bringing our hands together, rub them together, feel that life force and that friction, that fire. Then bringing the hands to the heart center, let's take a breath together. And inhale, pressing gently on the sternum, feeling the heartbeat. Letting the heart melt open as the shoulders relax down and the heart lifts up into the hands. And take the hands to the third eye. Press gently on the third eye. Let your closed eyes reside here, where you can feel that gentle touch and support. And let's take one more breath in. Inhale. And as you exhale, gently release the hands down. Coming into easy pose or a comfortable position, we're going to begin to move around our body. As we do this, we want to picture the space that we're occupying and expand it through our movement and our breath. So as you inhale, begin to see that center of your core expand around you and down into the earth and above you in a beautiful yellow light. And I invite you to expand that even further into a greenish light, which will lay in the heart's chakra. So imagine that yellow becoming green as we inhale and exhale with movement. To begin, we're going to take our hands up, encircle the thumb and the index finger, and let's take 3 breaths together, working on that focus right at the third eye, closing the eyes and breathing here. Close, sweep the hands up on the inhale. Interlace the fingers gently with the thumbs pointing out, and then press the hands towards the sky. Inhale here. Exhale, hold. Inhale again. And exhale. Inhale again. This next time, sweep the space on the exhale, picturing that green to yellow light coming back in. With the hands on the ground, lengthen the spine up. Inhale. And as you exhale, go ahead and take a forward fold, resting in a comfortable position. Feeling the support of the earth. Letting the neck and shoulders relax. Maybe take movement within that range. Keeping the breath deep. When you're ready, begin to roll up one vertebrae at a time. Bringing the hands to the shins. We're going to inhale, lift the chest up, and exhale and sink it back down into our body. So it's going to have an up and down movement. Chin is going to be locked slightly. Gaze is down at the third eye, the third nose, down at the tip of the nose. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, and we begin. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and lift and hold. Exhale and release. Taking the hands up and interlacing them again, this time with the thumbs pointing up. We're going to hold them about an inch from our heart, and this is the mudra. Well, we're going to use this in movement. So this is a mudra that is for self-acceptance and confidence, and to find that trust and that self-acceptance. We want to trust our range of motion with this movement. So it's going to limit our range of motion. So as we inhale, we're going to go left, opposite knee. And as we exhale, we're going to swing right. And we're going to keep that movement with the breath and the mudra. And the focus here is just on the quick breath. And you focus at the third eye if you can close your eyes. Sometimes it depends on the twist. It's meant to keep the hips fixed. So one way to keep them fixed is to also bring your feet up and lock them into a full lotus, if that's capable for you, or limit the range of motion with the mudra. Take a nice deep breath in, inhale, exhale, and begin. Inhale and hold center. Exhale, hold. Inhale again. Exhale and hold. Find ease in the posture. Don't pull too hard. Inhale and hold. Feel how each finger rests on top of each other. No one's working too hard. And on the next exhale, release the hands out. We're going to take Rudra Mudra to sit and work on the visualization of the wheel hub that's yellow that expands on the inhale and shrinks on the exhale. And last week I didn't teach it correctly. And so one of the benefits of revisiting old practices is to, improve our practice and learn, and you can't learn without making mistakes. So this one takes the index finger and the thumb, like Yin Mudra, and the ring finger, so that you have the pinky and the middle finger extending. And then you're going to do the same for the other side. So one thing that I do to focus my brain is I work on mudras. Mudras really help me focus on the intent and also help disordered thinking. So in the holiday season when you're running all around and you're busy, a mudra is a wonderful place to sit. This one's recommended to do 3 to 5 times a day for 5 minutes. And this one is for the solar plexus. So I've been exploring Chinese use of elements, and this is the earth chakra, as it's a centering piece. So we'll use this this mudra and consider the earth element and the stabilization that we get from this with the focus at the third eye. Closing your eyes, bring your attention to your third eye with this mudra. Lengthen up through the spine, and then begin to breathe, picturing that hub, multi-dimensioned, from yellow into green, and then green down into the yellow back to your being. Feel that connection outside your body and within your body. And we begin. Open. Inhale. And as you exhale, release the hands down to the tops of the thighs. Take a moment here. And then when you're ready, we're going to transition onto our hands and knees. So that mudra works the solar plexus, which is the seat of will. And since in the Chinese medicine it's associated with earth, we're also doing a mudra that is associated with the heart, and that is associated with fire. So we're going to move the body a little bit. So I'm going to invite you to take the mudra in cat and cow and some of the asymmetrical work that we're going to do to work on the core and the solar plexus. So the mudra again is with the index finger, and it helps to press the index finger together and then bring that ring finger in. Your brain has trouble with that, so this is a really good way to do that. So as we're coming into this position, we're just going to find a nice stable earth and think of that expansion you did on the inhale and the color. Wherever the circle, the orb that you make with that breath and that visualization goes, so too can your body move within that circle. So we're going to take a little time to get used to our wrists here. Connect to the drum rhythm. To your heart, connect to the earth. And move in whatever way it feels right to you as you warm up in this position. Coming back to center to arch the back, inhale. As you exhale, draw the tailbone towards the chin towards the tailbone. Take ease here, make it delicious, enjoy it, trust it all as well. And even when it's not your kids to return within this space, trust yourself to make that decision where to go. Serve your highest good. coming onto the hands and knees in a neutral position, you're going to curl the toes back, sit the butt back towards those heels. If you can, bring the knees together, hold that position, and then come to the fingertips. We're going to drop our chest in between, so you might want to stretch, but I'm going to keep my belly close to my thighs. I'm not going to let my heart open up too much, or my rib cage. I'm going to really keep it tight down as I drop between. Then I'm going to lower my elbows to the floor. I'm going to slide through and take an easy cobra. So I'm going to drive my chest, my chin, and my belly all the way down and through with a big arch in the back. Coming up, taking a little cobra or a sphinx. Lightness here. Lowering down very gently. And then pushing back into child's pose. As you come into child's pose, we're going to take the Rudra Mudra and allow the hands to turn up. Breathe deep into the belly. Inhale here. Exhale, gently release the hands, slide them forward. Take a moment, place them flat on the earth. And then coming back up onto the hands and knees. So we'll be extending opposite arm and opposite leg. We're going to do the Rudra Mudra as we lift out. So we're going to try to hold that position and take the mudra within the position with the breath. So we'll be in each position a few breaths. Hold the mudra for one breath and then release it down and come back to a neutral position. If you feel the need to come down at any time. It definitely challenges your balance and your brain. Here we go. We're going to inhale and lift the left leg and the right arm up. The right hand will take the mudra, index finger and then ring finger. Taking a breath here. Picturing the yellow light expanding on the inhale into a beautiful green hue. And then exhaling, coming back into the center. One more breath to extend and expand. Enlarge and exhale to release out. Again, curl the toes back. Drop the butt towards the heels. Stretch the hands way out. And drop the head in between. And again, rolling up and coming back through a neutral position. Taking the toes and pointing them now, maybe giving them a little tap on the floor. And we're going to go on to the other side. So now it'll be the right leg and the left arm. So we're going to extend that right leg parallel to the floor. Go ahead and take that left arm up. And then make the mudra. Take the index finger and the ring finger together. Stretching. Feeling that stability here, that earth. Taking some breaths in here. Feeling that connection, that vitality, maybe even a little fire. One more breath in, inhale. And exhale and release. Go ahead and release back all the way into child's pose. Open the knees wide, drop the head down, take any position that feels natural and nourishing. releasing gently, and coming back to a kneeling position. So you can pad up if you need to. Put something under your knees. So we're going to be working with the mudra, interlacing the hands gently. We're going to take this mudra and just play with it. So from the front of the heart, there's a little bit of a pull, but we want a gentleness. And we're going to be on our knees, sitting on our heels. And this is good for digestion. And so they say you should sit in this position. I've probably said this many times before, for 3 minutes after meals, and actually only done it one day. But it is a really good one for digestion, sitting that heel back, getting everything lined up with the spine, feeling your body here. And because we're working with this mudra that in the heart, in Chinese elements, in the 5-element theory, is fire, I think of all the things that are associated with fire, which I also associate with earth, like food. And so I feel like this is a really great and helpful healing mudra to kind of heal the digestive ailments that come with the holiday season. So using this mudra, we're going to take it overhead and lift all the way up. I'm going to take care that I'm relaxed in this, so I'm not stretching too much. And then as I exhale, I'm going to come back down. And I'm just going to keep that going with a gentle understanding that I can drop the elbows. It doesn't have to be rigid. This is holiday season after all, so we can nourish ourselves and enjoy the good things. Here we go. Inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. And so I want you to close your eyes and vision that light growing on the inhale and coming back in to the heart center on the exhale. Find a nice calmness. Feel a little fire in your legs from lifting up and down. Focus on the breath. One more breath in and hold it all the way up. As you exhale, stay up, bring the hands down to the sides, and take the index and the ring finger together, hold them there. Inhale, bring them up again and interlace them. Exhale, pull them down. Inhale, bring them up and interlace them. Exhale, pull them down. One more time, inhale. And as you exhale, gently release all the way down, back onto the heels. And go ahead and sit here, turning the palms up. Blink the eyes open, and we're going to come down onto our rear with one leg extended. So I'm going to invite you to take a comfortable leg out first. Left or right matters not. We're going to be working the circle that we created with our breath. So if you can imagine that orb extending everywhere around you, we're going to use that to move within this posture. This is a familiar posture, and I find that this is what my body wants when it's been tense and trying to do too much and hold too much information. And I think it goes lovely with this practice as I take, as teachers now are on winter break. I think it's a really great way to unwind. It involves a little twist. We want to draw attention to our rib cage and keep it cinched in using our core muscles So we don't want to sink too much into it, but we also want to enjoy the liberty it gives us in our body. So one leg is extended. I have my knee bent. This foot is gently pushed in. You'll see on the other side that I'll be bending my knee back. My focus is through this leg, so I'm going to experience a stretch on the opposite side of the leg is extended. I'm looking for a nice, long, lengthy line here that kind of curves like a banana. And here too, on this thigh, I'm looking for a release in my hip. So I'm going to act accordingly, not strictly, from what my experience needs to be to feel that release. So I'm going to dig my elbow into my thigh, and you could also use a block here. And I'm just going to gently push my thigh into my elbow, and this hand is going to rest on the floor. From here, I'm going to cinch in my waist. I'm going to draw my rib cage towards my hip bone on the side, and then I'm going to snake my arm up carefully so I can feel my shoulder opening. And as I snake it into that inhale, as I expand, I'm going to hold here. As I exhale, I'm going to let that light flood back into my core, finding my center that's still there. As I inhale, I'm going to let my hands and my head and my body explore that circle. And as I exhale, I'm just going to hold still. Playing with the breath and the movement of the head. Take a deep breath in, inhale. As you exhale, you're going to gently turn towards the extended leg and fold down. Feel free to prop here. Use lots of props. Release down. Let the head relax. And then gently using the ground to pull all the way up. Coming into a seated position. Now we're going to do a little bit more vigorous. So we're going to bring that leg in just slightly, so we're creating a little less stretch. Interlace the hands gently and inhale up. Exhale, fold, working towards the foot or the floor. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up and hold. We're going to exhale down in front of the heart. Hold here. Inhale and hold. And exhale and turn in the opposite direction and hold there of your extended leg. Take some breaths here. Again, feel the support of each finger. Feel the earthiness of the rear and the extended leg on the ground. Feel equanimity in each side of the hips. Feel both sides of the sits bone sitting firmly on the floor. Take some breaths in here. Meet your resistance with compassion, with an understanding that what's there today can be released. That's what the practice is about. And inhale back to center, releasing the hands out gently. We're going to switch sides. So the other leg comes out again. Use your discretion. This feels pretty good to me today, but alternatives might be for me taking one leg out, maybe cushioning up, just to see what feels good. Again, you want it about the extended leg. When you change the position, you may change the balance of things. My hip is higher on this side, but I feel more comfortable in this position, in this knee, for this knee. So I'm going to bend my knee just slightly. Take a nice deep breath in and press the hands up to the sky. And exhale and release them down to the earth. finding that grounding. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to dig an elbow in. You could also use a prop here. You could also just use the hand. I'm going to dig my elbow into my inner thigh and gently push my inner thigh in there. I'm being a little emphatic now. I want to feel it. And I'm also using my elbow to kind of like massage my inner thigh. Sometimes I'll do this with my hand on the heart. So to this side, I'll do this with my hand on my heart, recognizing that this is the focus of my practice today. And then I'm going to gently stake my arm up after I get set here. As I inhale. Stretching up into the inhale. Pulling on the exhale. And exploring the dimensions of that orb that I've created in safety and trust that my body will tell me what I need. Though I can hear it creak and groan, there's much gratitude for it. Much gratitude. Finding ease here in the expansion. Take one more breath in. And as you exhale gently, fold over the extended leg. Take your time. Releasing completely over that extended leg. Finding support however that you need to. And when you're ready, gently press up. And again, for this dynamic part, we want to bring the leg in a little bit more and be cautious of the side that is maybe the stronger of the two in what it tells you. So I'm going to transition my leg to a different position for this so I can be a little bit more grounded to protect my knee and my hip. And then we're going to interlace. So the first posture is going to begin overhead. Again, we want to take ease with this mudra, so it's meant to be interlaced rather than a Venus lock. It's not meant to be a lock, just exploring this mudra. Take a deep breath in, inhale, and then as you exhale, fold down. So this does not have to go around your foot. It can also go on the floor, keeping that mudra and that focus at the third eye and the breath. Finding your rhythm. And growing in confidence as you move through the other side. And then inhale all the way up. And then exhale, take the hands down in front of the heart. Inhale and hold. Find ease here, and then turn in the opposite direction and hold and breathe here. Inhale, and as you exhale, come back to the center, release that out, and then we're going to shake out the legs by bringing the legs out and just bang the big toes together. Shake out the hands. Maybe shimmy the knees. And then fold back into easy pose. So coming into easy pose, we're going to repeat a few of those exercises just to see how, if they're lightened or brightened, and also just to bring a little bit more blood into our body. So with that being said, we're going to grab onto our shins, and again, another round of breath in and out and up and down with the chest. So the chest comes up slightly and it drops slightly. There's very little movement forward and back that will protect you and protect your practice. Take a nice deep breath in. Inhale, lift up, exhale, and fold. Inhale up and hold. Exhale and release. One more twist. We're going to take the hands again in front of our heart. And this time when we twist, we're going to hold and take the hands out into Rudra Mudra. And then back into the heart. And then out with that twist. So this is really demanding and taxing on both the brain and on your body. So this is meant for practice. So see what you get and enjoy. Starting with the hands right at the center. Inhale. Keep the hips locked and turn. And as you turn, index finger and ring finger together. Exhale. Inhale back to the center. See as if it's challenging. Exhale and turn to the other side. Inhale back to the center. And keep going. So some useful tips here are looking back towards where you want to go and no further. Thinking index finger and then ring finger as you bring it in. And any strategy in between to connect that breath to the movement that's challenging, as is life. Remembering to inhale, find ease in that inhale. Exhale and let it go. And begin again, new each breath. To center, holding the mudra right in front of the heart. Go inside and just breathe. You can allow the shoulders to drop a little bit by dropping the elbows. This will help the mudra help soften and lift the heart up without constraining the back by cinching the ribs together. Close your eyes and just breathe in and out. eyes open. Hold on to the mudra. Take one more last breath in. Inhale. And as you exhale, release the hands down. Sit for a moment with that. And you can feel the equanimity it brings to your body, the calmness, and the centering that it helps with just about any situation, knowing that you're that close to it, just a few minutes away. We're going to come onto our back and do a few stretches before I leave you in Shavasana. So we're going to roll back, gently and slowly bringing the knees into the chest. Hug your knees in and lift your head. Get in as small a ball as you can. Take a couple of deep breaths in here. Release to the floor for a moment. So we're going to take that idea of expansion and inhale as big as we can. We're going to interlace our hands over our head in that mudra on the inhale, and then on the exhale we're going to come as small as we can, but with the head on the floor. So we're going to keep the head on the floor for this. You can expand in all directions. Remember that orb goes up as well as out, so you don't have to stretch the long along the horizon line. That challenges the abs, but if that is your practice, then you are welcome to do that. The hands overhead are going to be a challenge, so sometimes it helps not to expand too much. Doesn't mean that you have to extend your legs out or look like me. So feel that little realm around you, and that's where we're going to expand to. So we're going to start with an inhale by tucking the knees in. And we're going to exhale and hold, and on the next inhale, we're going to go ahead and expand. So inhale and expand. Exhale and tuck in. Inhale and expand. Exhale and tuck in. Remember to use that movement within that realm. You should be able to slither and touch all the sides without pain and in safety. Inhale and exhale, and off we go. One more time for a big expansion, inhaling, picturing that yellow-green light, expanding even further, and exhale, release the hands, tuck the knees, and rock side to side, letting your head go in the opposite direction of the rock. And let the head come to the seat, look up at the ceiling. Open the arms out to the side and take the knees over to one side. Look in the opposite direction. Again, you can take any props here that you need. Have this nourishing and healing. Not intense. And bringing the knees back to the center and taking it over to the other side. Adjusting as you need to. Head looks in the opposite direction. Gently and slowly rolling back through the center. Taking a happy baby here. So we're going to open the knees out to flank our sides. You can hold on to the back of the thighs. Your tailbone may rock up or it may want to be flat. Use your discretion. Opening the knees wide really accommodates the belly through the thighs and gives a little bit more stretch in the hips if you have that flexibility. And you can also find a little bit of stability by grabbing onto the bottoms of the feet or the ankles to help gravity do its job. So we're going to feel the earth here. That baby moves in its little space, its little orb, and we too can do that with Happy Baby. And take another deep breath in here. And exhale and release out the legs. Release out the hands, and then stretch legs along the floor and find a comfortable Shavasana. Bringing your mind's eye to finding that place in Shavasana that feels comfortable, and you can release and rest. Be here for a moment. After an exercise like that, you want to take your time in Shavasana and start by releasing your feet. Breathe into your feet, feel them relax, and release the tension. And then travel just a little bit up the leg to the shin and the calf. Feel tightness dissipate there. Calf is heavy on the floor. Feet are relaxed. Feel how this climbs up the thigh into the knee. Make small adjustments as necessary to help release. Take a breath in, breathe into the resistance, expand into it, and then exhale and sink back into that inner realm. And feel how the earth supports you and you can let go. Let this travel up to the hips and the lower back. Fill your body with breath here. Like an endless pool, expanding. And then as you exhale, feel that pool become still and serene and dark with wisdom. Traveling up to the solar plexus that we worked on, and the heart. Still connected to the earth, but we can feel the fire. Breathe into that. Inhale and feel your chest expand. Tense just a little bit, and then let it go through the mouth. Let's do 2 more breaths like that. Then gently and slowly take your awareness to your face. Feel the eyes and the sight roll to the back of the brain, down into the earth. Let the eyelids be heavy, but there be a lightness. Almost like you're floating in that endless water. Let the breath be the wave. begin to move your fingers and your toes. Bring your awareness back into the room. Let the music carry you. Move any way that feels right to you, and then when you're ready, roll over onto one side. Take time, take breaths, and come up to a seated position. Thank you for the beautiful music. So breath is the wave that we ride, and we ride it together. It's our connection to the earth, to this earth, and this moment now. Let's bring our hands together so we can take that breath together, and then hopefully go out into the world and spread that connection. Bringing the hands to the heart center, take a deep breath in, feel the heart. And exhale. And again, inhale. And exhale. Take one more breath in. Bring your hands to your third eye. Inhale. And exhale. And for each and all of us, and all of you, I wish you many blessings and Sat Nam, Namaste. May we find wisdom and healing in our practice together. And I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful solstice. See you next Sunday.